Righty ho, so we've got an interesting one for you lot today. So this is a Yamato game, as you will see in a minute. A very good one at that. Like this has been, it's a really solid game. Now, it's not going to be as high damage as usual, but I reckon you guys will still enjoy it. I do reckon you guys will enjoy it still. And to be honest, if I didn't think you were going to enjoy it, I would have saved it. Or rather, I wouldn't have, made it for you. Or not into a video anyways. So, yeah. With this said, there is a point to be made here. I should mention. I'm testing some new stuff because, of course, my main PC has had some issues, so I've had to downgrade my CPU a little bit. And I'm kind of cooling limited at the moment, so I'll be looking to fix this in about 2 or 3 weeks. I've ordered a load of water cooling bits. Because as things stand at the moment, it's unlikely that I'd be able to get a better CPU sorted, so my next goal is basically to just clock the snot out of the thing, which I can't really do on like a basic air cooler like a 212. So because I have like a water block already, I've got most of the stuff I'd need. I just needed a radiator and a pump and some tubing. I've basically gotten most of it kind of in the bag already. So I'm waiting on that rolling up, and then once we go from there, I'll be able to really have at it proper. But the thing is, at the moment, I'm having to test with the what's it called? The graphics card's like onboard encoder for recording, because apparently it's fine for recording. It's just horrible for like actually streaming. So for streaming, where realistically you'll be running a lower resolution but at a higher bitrate anyways. Well, I mean, I guess for recording you want a higher bitrate anyways, but still, you get the idea. For recording, the AMD encoders are honestly fine. For pretty much everything else, they're useless. But that's not really important, because I know what these CPUs are capable of, because before I got the 2700, I used to run one of these exact processors. So I know what the thing can do, so that's not really a worry here. It's just kind of figuring out how to do the YouTube stuff without having to like drop down to like say less than 1080p, because 1080p is kind of important. But in any case, we're into the game now. We can discuss this later. Well, we can discuss this in the next video. We take a pot shot at the lion. Unfortunately, no dice. The Venezia there, Venetia, whatever. Anyways, it's the Italian one. It's the Italian cruiser. That thing's just grounded. The Cleveland pops out. Now, how this wasn't Citadels, I don't know. Like, it's not like I was aiming too high here. Which is something I did later on, in fairness. Like, the shells maybe landed a bit high, in fairness. But, it's still a bit... So I'm basically being burnt down by a Venezia, well, 2 Venezias, and a lion. So that's fun. So far we've done basically no damage. We're not really doing very much of anything. The Venezias are very annoying because they have my side, and when they have my side, they do a lot of damage. So, next up from there, we take another pot shot at the lion, get a citadel. The lion is annoying because, well, it's like 10k salvos and it sets you on fire as well. It's like, But I'd say, you know, a 20k salvo on a Lion is... I'd say it makes up for it. So yeah. Next up, though, the Venezia. So we're going to take a pot shot at him, I believe. No, it turns out we do not do that. Or not yet, anyways. I think next up it might be the Lion, maybe? Yeah. Lion. We're about to take a shot at the Lion, and I'm really surprised this wasn't Citadels, in all honesty. But this genuinely should have been Citadels, I think. It looked like I aimed proper. Some of the dispersion, like, oh, fuck. Look at those shells on the left. Like, spicy. But we only hit one. I guess that's one of the main disadvantages of being really accurate, is just not being able to hit anything, because you no longer have that dispersion to be able to, like, fill in the gap for bad aim or something. Or it's just so accurate that you end up back at square one anyway, because, you know, you just... Yeah. I mean, this is a legendary mod, Yami, so yeah, it's all very Now, in this instance, I did aim a bit too low. No, a bit too high rather. Because if you look, most of that hit like around superstructure. It's still 5k, and he can't heal that back. So I'm not gonna sit here and complain. But if I'd have aimed a little bit lower, that would have gone a lot nicer. Unfortunately, I did not. And in hindsight, I shouldn't have taken this shot either, because realistically, all that's going to happen, best case scenario there is I get a few overpens on his bow, which didn't even happen there. It's like, well, okay. So that was a mistake on my part. I shouldn't have done that. I should have focused on the Yamato or something along those lines. Unfortunately, this isn't what happened, so yeah. The Yamato is turning. We didn't really lead enough here, though, so this was another mistake on my part. If I'd have given a bit more lead, that might have been Citadels. Citadels. Either way, it's still 11k damage. Like, I'm not going to complain. That's a good swing still. So the Cleveland is like edging forwards again. I believe we take the shot. Yes, we do take the shot. However, once again, I really shouldn't have done. I think we do land, and yeah, we land one overpen. We should have saved our shot, really, especially now that the Venezia's popped up. We are going to get another shot at him later, but yeah. Well, we're going to get a shot at him now, actually. So that's fun. Shells out. And we're going to do sweet fuck all. Well, 7k. I'll take it. But, like, yeah. Really not ideal, all things considered. So next up, the Cleveland pops out. He's basically getting cold feet, and he is fucking off. There's the Kutuzov. There's the Ostergotland there, but our Ostergotland is going to be dealing with him some. The Venezia, unfortunately, is behind the island, so we can't really do anything about him. But we will be able to do something about him shortly. But, you know, we'll see. But see here, he pops up. We take a pot shot, and like that's looking good. That's looking good. Unfortunately, no Citadels, but still a big chunk. Like that hurt. I can't imagine he was having a very good time after that. But as you may be noticing, we don't have a right lot of health left, and this is gonna be a problem, considering that, you know, there's quite a lot of their team left. At this point, I'd basically decided that I was dead. Unfortunately, we're not dead yet. Well, maybe not unfortunately. Unfortunately for them, we're not dead yet. But I'm basically going to be focused into oblivion, was kind of what was going through my mind at the time. But, you know, like, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But we'll see. Now, I don't know what this Cleveland was thinking, honestly. Why would you shoot when you're that low on health in front of a fucking Yamato? You know, like he didn't even set me on fire. That was the fucking lion that set me on fire. You know, I really have no idea what was going through his mind there, but it's beyond me. So now there's the Kutuzov, who we cannot see currently. However, that's not going to stop us. So we zoom out a bit so we can get a lock on the lion. We wait for him to shoot again. And now that he's shot again, we take a shot. Now, this isn't going to be citadels, this isn't going to be big chunks, but it might be enough to scare him. Ooh, we got a pen.
Problem solved, sir.
It's a start. The lion puts a salvo out, doesn't set us on fire, so that's good. Unfortunately, the Kutuzov does, so that's not very good. So we take another pot shot at the Kutuzov in the hopes that we'll be able to like scare him off. It looks like he's not moving in his smoke, which is mistake number one. And we're getting low here. And we get a decent hit of 3 shells with 1 bounce, 1 pen, and 1 overpen. All in all, though, we're a bit fucked here. We've got 10 seconds left on this fire, but we both know that the moment that this fire's burnt out, we're going to get another one set on us. That's just how that works. Probably. So, the Kutuzov's fire doesn't get us. And the Kutuzov, it seems, in his rush to get away, has basically killed himself here. Like he's not going to survive this. So that's a kill there on the Kutuzov, bringing us up to 2. However, we're on 5k HP, and there's absolutely no chance of us getting unspotted here. The Cleveland is about to die, and as soon as he dies, I'm next. Like that. It seems the lion does, however, have a P loaded, so I might be safe, assuming I can bounce. Which I can. He can't overmatch my bows, but with this amount of angle, he can go through pretty easily. Or that little amount of angle, I guess. So we take some shells out, and I was expecting to die here. Fortunately, we did in fact not die there. And we instead do an okayish chunk. We're not going to really get a right lot more damage in here, I think. At this point, it's just maybe see if we can chunk the lion down a bit. However, it turns out we don't need this, and on less than 10k HP, we survive. Only 107k damage, not all that much, but that's a proper fucking nail-biter of a game there. Don't you agree? Team score-wise, we didn't do badly. We came 4th. Not startling, but not anything bad either. I've done worse. I've done much, much worse. But yeah, so with that said though, this is my first video back in a little while. I won't be live streaming until the weekend, unfortunately. I still have some stuff to do over the next few days. I have to go shopping tomorrow, for example, among other things. But we will be back on the weekend. We'll be back with War Thunder, as promised in the Discord, because I missed War Thunder Wednesday. Well, I'd missed quite a lot of them, to be fair, but there's reasons for that, which I've been over in chat. But because I missed the War Thunder Wednesday from last week, I'm doing War Thunder Wednesday in place of the normal streams, or normal stream, for my first one back. So, if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, though, get on in the weekend on Saturday. I'm not sure specifically what time. It'll probably be sometime in the afternoon, so around 1 to like 12ish, something along those lines. But we'll have to wait and see. Um, but 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 we'll be back around then. There'll be probably a few more videos if this one goes well. If this one looks okay, there'll probably be a few more. But yeah, so with that said, we'll catch you in the next one, and we'll see how we get on. I do hope that you've had yourself a nice time. I do hope you've enjoyed watching. I do hope that you have yourself a wonderful, morning, evening, day, night, whatever it happens to be there. I will love you and leave you, and I will catch you in the next one. So, with that said, do take care, everyone, and have yourself a wonderful day. And do take care of yourselves. So I will see you all again next time. Ta-ra.